Coming to you live from Columbus, Ohio, and we are inside the horseshoe for the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Miami Hurricane. It's coming down like a hurricane outside. We got some rain in the forecast, and joining me in the broadcast booth is Greg Cooksey. Greg, what are you looking forward to in the conditions that these players are going to have to be playing with tonight?
Just want to see what kind of adjustments can be made and how these teams can fare in this weather.
Miami is going to kick this one, and we are underway live from the horseshoe. It's going to be fielded 3 yards deep, and it's going to be Meade in the end zone, so Ohio State will get the ball to start first. And, Greg, what are you looking for from this Ohio State Buckeyes offense?
I want to see Jimmy Germain and how he fares in this rain.
Trips to the bottom of the formation coming on in the first play of the game, and Jermaine will keep it, and he's going to scamper, and he's got some room to run, and he's going to be bringing that one out for 19 yards before he's going to be tackled on the play, but Jermaine looking solid here on his first play from scrimmage.
Miami can bend, but they can't break, and right now they're in a little bit of trouble if they're going to give up big plays like that.
First play, and already getting close to midfield are the Buckeyes, and Jermaine out in the shotgun formation again. He's going to drop back, pressure in his face. He's going to fire it underneath. Pass is going to be caught by Dylan Turner out wide for 3 yards.
Well, nice job by the Buckeyes picking up ground here. Let's see how well they're able to capitalize on this.
Look it down, 7. Jermaine will fire this one out, and it's going to be a little bit too much, and it's going to fall out of bounds. Coverage, though, is there. John Dowd in coverage.
Well, we saw that in the last game where Oregon came out picking up some chunks and then hit a big play. Ohio State just couldn't do that right there.
3rd and 7, a pass out to McFadden for 7 yards. He'd be 4th and inches, and the defense comes up with a huge stop there for the Hurricanes.
Nice job turning things around after that big start by the Hurricanes.
Nick White will punt this one away. It's going to hit at the 5 and dip into the end zone, and so it will be a touchback out to the 20-yard line. We'll see Axton Richardson coming out, and he's having a solid campaign so far, converting a completion percentage of 74.4%. He's got 1,469 passing yards, 8 touchdowns to 6 interceptions on the season, 559 rushing yards, and here he going to add more to that, 559. And that one's going to go for 18 yards before he's going to be brought down to play by Thomas Price.
Well, I think both these teams have the right idea with the way that they started out. That ball is going to be slippery. It's going to be hard to throw, but they've got to also be able to hang on to the ball. That's going to be important in weather like this, so we'll see. It's going to be a storyline, I think, as this game goes on.
First down and 10, and a little designed halfback draw to Duncan, and it's going to be hit in the backfield for a loss by Michael Kruger.
Well, Michael Kruger does a great job overpowering that Miami offensive line.
2nd down and 12, so he lost of 2 on that run by Duncan. Pistol set here, handoff to Duncan, trying to get it going. He will. He's going to get positive yards. He's going to take a body with him. And then he's going to be tackled on the play by the Ohio State defense. And what a play that was from Marcus Duncan to pick up a solid gain.
Absolutely. Duncan showing his power there, taking a defender back with him.
3rd down and 1, looking to convert. Richardson's going to throw it out to Matthew Osley, and that's going to go for no gain on the play. The defense for the Buckeyes coming out big here. And we've seen both teams, they got one first down, but after that, it seems like the defenses have found their footing here.
It does, and I think that's going to be huge in a game like this here this evening.
A return out by M. Fuller, 4 yards before he's wrestled down by the Hurricanes cover unit, courtesy of David Ware. And this is going to be first down and 10 from their 23-yard line. Jermaine will come out with the trip set to the top of the screen, and he's in the shotgun, taking a step back. He's going to fire this one underneath to Dylan Turner, who comes up with another 3-yard reception.
Looks like Ohio State is going to try and pick up yardage in little chunks here. That could be a good strategy.
2nd and 7 now for Jermaine and the Buckeyes offense. Play action, taking a shot, and it's going to be intercepted, going back the other way with it and getting some room out there to run. And getting it inside Buckeyes territory. And coming up with the big play, the interception courtesy of John Dowd.
Well, I think Ohio State got a little throw happy right there. You have a quarterback that can run the ball. You've got Emmanuel Silva, who's a pretty good running back. They should have mixed some running plays in there with that, and they pay the price for it.
Jermaine with his 4th interception on the season, and Dowd with his 2nd interception, and pushing this one out here to Duncan, picking up a gain of 2 before being wrestled down on the play by Allen Mack.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8, and Richardson in the shotgun formation. He's going to hand it off on the jet sweep to Blaze Gunner, who's going to be wrestled down in the backfield, not getting anything going there. Colton Allen will get credited with the tackle.
Well, this Ohio State defense has 2 ends that are elite, and Michael Kruger and Colton Allen. It's a lot for an offensive line to have to deal with. Miami's going to have some help blocking both of them.
3rd and 11, Richardson, can he convert? He hasn't converted a 3rd yet, and he will. He'll find the receiver wide open downfield. Andre Woodard with a 33-yard reception, and they are inside the Buckeyes territory, but now they are inside the red zone.
That was a great time to take a shot like that. Great play.
Woodard coming in with 13 receptions, 176 yards. And there adds a 33-yard reception to his total. 1st down and goal. Richardson will keep it on the option. Looking to get in, but he'll be a couple yards short. Coming down and making the tackle, Jabril Thomas.
Jabril Thomas, great job making sure he could get in there and stop a touchdown.
2nd down and goal for the Hurricanes. Cfsl set for Richardson. Handing it off, going up the middle with it, and gonna get short. Marcus Duncan gonna go for no yards on the play. The defense, Jimmy Evans was there. Colton Allen with the tackle as well.
Well, again, this Ohio State defensive front is just a lot to handle, and we'll see how Miami adjusts.
Richardson to the end zone, and the slant play works there. Andre Woodard, he got the big play, and here he caps it off with the touchdown. Richardson and the Hurricanes strike first.
So he's a big physical wide receiver. He got physical with Thomas Price a little bit earlier, giving that into a big play. So great job by Woodward right there.
Dakota Groza knocks it through the uprights, and it's good. And just like that, Miami up 7-0 here, and the Ohio State Buckeyes are awaiting the kick. Gonna be fielded at the 3-yard line. It's gonna be brought out. Fuller breaking out of a tackle, still on his feet, and gonna be 30 yards there on the return.
Well, I want to see a little bit more of Manuel Silva getting involved with this drive here, Jeff. I don't think Ohio State can afford to throw the ball a lot.
Yeah, they haven't run him yet, and the only runs that they've had was courtesy of Jimmy Germain. Let's see what changes on this drive. Trips to the top of the formation for Germain. He's going to step up and throw, and he finds the wide open receiver, Brandon Ennis, with 12 yards. And just like that, that's enough to move the chains. 1st down, Buckeyes.
Nice line drive there by Jimmy Germain.
1st down and 10. Germain now in the shotgun empty set formation. Firing this one underneath. Pass is going to be caught by Dylan Turner for a pickup of 3. And all 3 of his receptions have been for a gain of 3.
Ohio State doing a nice job moving the sticks right here. They're not letting that last drive keep them down at all.
2nd and 7 for Germain, and he'll keep it on the option. Still have not tried Silver. He breaks out of a tackle, and he's down the sidelines, but he's going to take a pop at the end of that play as Perry Pennell coming down from his free safety spot to get a hit on Germain.
Well, obviously, Jimmy Germain's going to try and take over this running game here, and maybe it's not a bad idea if he can continue to get yardage.
1st down and 10 for Germain here. Shotgun snap yet again. He's not seeing anything downfield, so he's going to chuck it underneath. Pass is going to be caught. He's making a pop at the end of that play. And it's coming down is going to be Mark Perry with the tackle. Lloyd Silver, we get credited with the reception. And it's going to be 2nd down and 2 here for the Buckeyes as they're inside the Canes field possession here, and it's going to be the first time we get to see Silver. He got the carry, nice counter play, and inside the 20-yard line, 12 yards for Emmanuel Silva.
Nice to see Emmanuel Silva get a little bit of work, and he gets a big game right there.
108 carries for 431 yards on the season. As Jermaine will keep it, he somehow pitches that one out. Luckily, it wasn't a fumble. Silva coming up with it. It's going to be a pickup of 1 on the play.
Well, they're very lucky right there because that was a little bit of a late pitch. Miami keying in on Jimmy Jermaine. He almost paid for it.
Second down and 9. Hand off to Silva. Trying to get outside. But the defense for the Canes are swarming to the football. And that's going to be a short pickup of 4 on the play. Going to be 3rd down and 5.
Well, Ohio State's done a good job mixing it up a little bit. I think they're going to pass it here.
3rd down and 5, looking to get to the 1st down. A little bubble screen, and they called it beautifully with the defense bringing the blitz. Dylan Turner finally gets outside the 3-yard reception and picks up 12. Inside the goal line here for the Buckeyes. Jermaine with pressure coming, steps up, fires it to the end zone. Caught by Braden Ennis. 3-yard touchdown reception. Ohio State marching down the field and answers the touchdown the Hurricanes just scored.
Well, Ohio State doing what they needed to do right there, getting the ball in the end zone.
A 9-play drive for the Buckeyes as the extra point is through the uprights and good from Darius Brewer. And so just like that, we are all knotted up, back up at 7. A punt is away from Brewer. It's going to be 2 yards deep in the end zone. It's going to be brought out. And Blaze Gunner trying to get a little shifty, and he gets past the 20. And a 24-yard return. What is something that we've seen a couple of drives here? This is going to be the 3rd drive for Miami. What are some things that you're kind of keeping your eye on, Greg?
Just Miami just keeping the ball going downfield. They did a great job of it last drive, and they need to do it again here.
Richardson will keep it on the option keeper. Pickup of 1 on the play. Going to be 2nd down and 9 coming up. Shotgun formation for Richardson. Tight end moving out wide, and he'll set up at the wide receiver spot. Richardson doesn't see anything he likes, trying to take off and scramble, but he's going to be chased down from behind by Michael Kruger. Not before Richardson picks up a gain of 2 on the play.
Well, Richardson wasn't going to get too fire on that one. Michael Kruger made sure of that.
2 of 3 for 3rd down so far. The Hurricanes converting at 49% on the season. Taking a shot deep, but it's just to the wrong bench, and it goes out of bounds. No receiver was open, and it's going to be 4th down and 7.
Poor job right there, blocking on the part of the offensive line of Miami. He was big time under pressure right there.
Joe Davis punting this one away to Adam Fuller, who's going to bring it back 9 yards, and the Buckeyes are set up in good field position to attack on more points.
Yes, they are. See if they continue to throw the ball here. Looks like they're going to.
1st down and 10. Empty set shotgun formation for Jermaine. Firing this one out. Pass is going to be caught. Not able to turn upfield. White Silver with a 40-yard reception.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Good job by the Miami defense, not letting Wade Silver get any extra yardage.
11 pass plays called for Ohio State to just 5 on the rushing side. Jermaine with passing play number 12, doesn't see anything he likes. He's just going to have to eat that one, and he's going to be sacked for a loss of 5 on the play. Courtesy of number 2 coming in there, Gilbert Wilkerson.
Well, he does a nice job just fighting through that block. Ohio State tried their best to block him. He overpowered him. He had a great spin move there, and that opened up that path to Jimmy Jermaine.
It's going to be 3rd down and 10. Ohio State 1 of 2 so far on 3rd down. Now this season they're converting 43% of their 3rd down opportunities. Jermaine taking the shotgun snap, looking to set up the halfback screen. Do they have the blocks out in front to get it done? Emmanuel Silva will not get close, and he's going to be wrestled down by Mark Perry. And it's going to be 4th down and 9.
That'll bring up 4th and 9.
Miami's starting to overpower Ohio State's offensive line a little bit. That's not a good sign.
And this is the 2nd time that we've seen back-to-back punts since the opening stanza, with both teams getting their possessions. And Blaze Gunner returns this 10 yards. What are you expecting to see from Miami to probably get some drives going here? They've had a punt, a touchdown, and then a punt.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to inject some life into this offense, and right now I don't really know what the answer is.
Duncan is going to be bottled up and wrestled down. The defense ready for it and meeting him in the backfield. Huge loss on the play, and Duncan only being held to 7 yards running thus far.
Well, again, when you have elite defensive linemen, it's hard.
Finally, the counter play, and it's going to get going. Pick up a 4 on the play for Marcus Duncan before he's going to be wrestled down by Brandon Cox.
Ohio State's defense is showing some speed right here. They're not opening any lanes and are allowing any runs, so this is going to be tough for Miami.
3rd down to 9. Richardson looking to convert a 3rd down, and the pressure in his face, and he's just going to beat this one and take the sack. Cole Allen getting in there, and that is going to be his 8th sack on the season, adding to his career high and program high as well.
Well, Colton Allen is just having himself a game here. He is not easy for the Miami's offensive line. We'll see how the game goes as the game goes on, if they can make that adjustment.
And that will do it for the end of the first quarter. All knotted up at 7 apiece. Ohio State, Miami. You're watching the Cfsl on YouTube. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this. And we are back to the start of the second quarter. Getting ahead of myself there, Greg. Sorry. And Joe Davis will punt this one away for the Hurricanes. As Adam Fuller awaiting it, and he's got it. He is bringing it inside Hurricanes territory, breaking out of a tackle. He's going to get inside the 40-yard line to the 39, 16-yard return, and away to flip field position there.
Well, Ohio State's defense set their offense up to score. If they can't, that's not going to be good.
1st down and 10, keeping it. Good play for Jermaine, trying to get out wide, but again, there to make a tackle is Mark Perry. But not before Jermaine picks up a gain of 8.
Well, Mark Perry has been the one consistent force on this Miami defense this evening.
Here we go. 2nd down and 2 for Jermaine, and he'll keep it again on the option play. Getting out wide, he's got enough for the 1st down, and around to the 25-yard line before he's going to be brought down.
Miami just doesn't have any answer for Jimmy Jermaine right now.
6 first downs to only 2 for Miami. As you're seeing Ohio State keeping the drives alive here early in the first half. Quick throw out for Jermaine. And pass is going to be caught on the play by Tripp Warren, who brings it in for a pickup of 5 on the play. That could have been very costly, but it goes in Buckeyes' favor.
Absolutely. Griffin Richardson makes the stop.
2nd down and 5 for Jermaine, who takes a shotgun snap. Pressure coming in his face. Firing it underneath. Pass is going to be caught on the play by Eric Miller. Pick up a 5 on the play.
Ohio State finding ways to get things done here this evening. This has been pretty impressive.
One of the better drives for the Buckeyes, and they were helped with beautiful starting field position. 3rd down and inches here for Jermaine. Pocket starting to collapse around him. Finds the receiver, but it falls off his hands and incomplete. The pressure was there from the defensive front, and then knocking the football away. So good job by the Miami, and they're going to go for it here. The Buckeyes are going to go for it on 4th and inches.
Not so sure this is a great idea. Let's see what happens.
Silva breaking out of a couple tackles, and that's exactly what you wanted, Greg. You were looking for it earlier in the game, and here you get it with Silva, who's got only 4 rushing attempts, but they converted the 1st down.
Well, those are the things that he was brought here to do, to pick up first downs like that. A big body that you can just go over the middle with.
1st down and goal. Jermaine taking a shot, but he's going to just throw this to the back of the end zone and out into the 4th row of the fans.
Nice job of penetration by the Miami defense, forcing Jermaine into that throw.
2nd down and goal, and it's going to be another empty set shotgun formation. Jermaine with 2 receivers in the vicinity and nobody able to bring it down, and it falls incomplete. 3rd down and goal.
John Dowd has been around on just about every play this evening. He is doing a great job with his coverage.
3rd down and goal opportunity here. Jermaine, all sorts of time, firing it, but it's just a little wide, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Dylan Turner, the receiver, and they're going to have to settle for a field goal.
Not sure if that was just a bad read on the part of Jermaine, or if it was an unbelievably great job of coverage by Miami. Lack of production by the Ohio State wide receivers. A lot went wrong right there. It's a bit discouraging.
They have to settle for a field goal after going for it on 4th down to keep the drive alive. Darius Brewer knocks it through the upright, so he remains perfect on the season. As Blaze Gunner breaking it, a couple tackles and bringing it out past the 30-yard line. And now with Miami down 3, what can they do on this drive to get back into it?
Well, they're going to have to do a mixture of things because not a lot's working right now. Might be something that they're not going to be able to do anything about until we get to halftime.
Richardson taking the shotgun snap, going to have to fire it underneath because he didn't see anything he liked. And breaking out of a tackle there and getting a short gain. Pick up a 3 is Marcus Duncan.
That's one way to get Marcus Duncan going because he hasn't done well running the football this evening.
2nd and 7 opportunity here is Richardson will keep it on the play action, firing it underneath, breaking out of a tackle, getting close to the 1st down marker is Jerry Nathaniel, and he's going to be 1 yard away as it goes for 6.
3rd down.
Well, I think Ohio State knows what's at stake at this football game, that their playoff lives are kind of on the line because they have played on both sides of the ball a high intensity this evening.
And Duncan will convert the 1st down and then some, pick up a 6. Isaac Kraut on the carry, pick up a 6. So his first carry, and he's already got a better average than Duncan has this far in the game.
Well, that was a nice little adjustment to make, getting Kraut involved. That guy is an all-purpose player, and here he's able to keep this drive going for Miami.
Hand off on the play to Duncan, who only picks up a gain of 2 before he's going to be wrestled down. So again, only a 1.9 yard per carry average this far for Duncan.
Well, we saw Andre Woodward make a play earlier. Maybe it's time to go to the air. Maybe dial his number up again.
Trying the halfback screen, and Duncan shredding out of a tackle and dragging the bodies with him, and it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Much needed reception and much needed play there for this Hurricanes offense.
It absolutely is, and we'll see if we saw Manuel Solo pick up a 1st down for the Buckeyes in short yardage. Let's see if they have Duncan do the same.
And it's going to be Isaac Kraut on the carry, and it goes for 12 yards before he's wrestled down. And Kraut looking like the better back here on 2 carries, has 18 yards.
Absolutely. Might as well stick with him in there.
It's 1 and 10 now for Richardson and company. Handoff, and going to Kraut, breaking out of a tackle. Look at that strength and power, going for a gain of 11, and the Buckeyes defense doesn't know what hit him.
1st and 10.
Well, I think that Miami's found a little bit of an answer. Maybe it was just a change of running back. Let's see if they can put the ball in the air.
Richardson will keep it, but the defense swarming to the football. It collapses on the back of Axton Richardson. Michael Kruger yet again coming up with his 3rd tackle.
Well, he's made a pretty big impact on this game, so he does it again there.
Having a solid season for the Buckeyes, and a handoff here to Isaac Kraut, and that one's not going to work. Colton Allen showing why he is a force to be reckoned with, and knocking Kraut back for a loss of 4.
Huge game right now for Colton Allen. He came to play tonight, and he's playing right now.
3rd and a country mile for Axton Richardson. And he's going to get trapped by who else but Colton Allen. This defensive line for the Buckeyes have come to play tonight. And boy, oh boy, they're just feasting on Axton Richardson all game long.
Well, Colton Allen, again, he's just having his way with the line. And unfortunately, Miami moves the ball backwards instead of forwards. Not sure what they can do here, Jeff.
And that sack took him out of field goal position. And instead of trying to notch it up and tie the football game, Davis is going to have to come out and punt this one into the end zone. So the defense for Nebraska, or the defense for Ohio State, coming up huge there and taking a chance for 3 off the board for the Hurricanes. And the handoff here to Silva, looking to get going, and a pickup of 6 on the play. And Ohio State starting off exactly where they've been doing the last couple of drives, just getting Silva more and more involved.
And I think this is the right thing, especially with the weather. Trying to just play it safe. You've got to lead. You got to protect it.
Looking down in 4, empty set shotgun formation, but the receiver coming in motion is Ennis. But that is not going to matter because Jermaine's going to be wrestled down for a 4-yard loss on the play, courtesy of Joseph Hart.
Hart does a terrific job blowing that play up all the way. If Miami can get a stop here, their offense can get into some decent position, so there's a decent chance they could get a score here before halftime.
Shotgun for Jermaine. Pocket starting to collapse, but he's going to take a shot downfield, and it's almost going to be intercepted and then caught on the deflection. He was looking for Brandon Ennis out wide, but instead knocked around by Mark Perry. Falls harmlessly to the turf, as Ennis did have a chance to come up with it.
No, he didn't, but Ohio State is forced to punt, so you got your goal accomplished.
And they could get the ball back, and they will in Buckeyes territory. Is Blaze Gunner with a 10-yard return as we take a look at the offensive production. But it seems like the Miami offense, since their touchdown just now 4 drives ago, it seems like that was kind of an afterthought, as they've had to punt on the last, or without the touchdown, the last 4 drives. And that's not a good start to the drive, as Richardson just going to have to throw this one into his own bench.
No, it's not, but you can credit Ohio State's D-line with the lack of production here out of Miami.
Going to be a draw play to Duncan, who's going to be wrestled down. And Michael Kruger again has his 4th tackle and 3rd tackle for loss. Third down and 10 already for the Hurricanes. Not converting any 3rd downs. They've converted just 1, but Richardson pressured, and that one is a wobbler coming out of his hands. And again, the Hurricane defense is going to have to punt, courtesy of the Buckeyes defense.
Well, they're getting a lot of push on that front line for Miami, and they're disrupting a lot of plays.
That's the 4th straight punt, the 5th punt in 6 drives for the Hurricanes, and it goes into the end zone for a touchback. And the Buckeyes will get the ball at their own 20-yard line with 2:38 left to go. All 3 timeouts left for both teams. Plenty of time for Ohio State to take a march down the drive and put some more points on this board and extend this lead out a little bit, as Manuel Silva gets going with a pickup of 9.
Big guy with Emmanuel Silva, strong. He's capable of picking up a lot of yards for you.
2nd down and 1 opportunity for Jermaine. 3 down linemen for the Hurricanes. Coming in motion and go try the keep it on the option keeper, and Jermaine will go for a 1-yard loss on the play. And John Dow having a big game, solid game for the Hurricanes defense. Probably the lone bright spot thus far on that team and making a stop here.
Absolutely, and he steps up and makes another play.
3rd down and 3. Can the Buckeyes convert this 3rd down and keep the drive alive? Yes, they will. Firing it underneath. Jermaine will find his receiver, Brad McFadden. And it's going to go for 7 yards. 1st down.
Ohio State's offense, their wide receivers are finding ways to get open, and this is just an all-around bad game for Miami right now. Nothing's going right for them on either sides of the ball.
The last 2 minutes of the first half. Jermaine trying to set up the halfback screen. The pressure was in his face. Silva breaking out of a couple tackles. He's still on his feet. Look at that strength and brute force from Silva. Pick up a 5.
Well, Silva has become a focal part of this game for Ohio State, and he is producing right now.
Troy pressing with a tackle. That's his 5th on the night. Jermaine setting up the halfback screen again, and this time it's going to be Red. And getting the first stop in there was Gilbert Wilkerson, and then being brought down by the rest of the Hurricanes defense.
Well, Miami's not fooled this time. Gilbert Wilkerson staying home and making a play. We'll see if Ohio State, again, gets their wide receivers involved, or if they keep going to Emmanuel Silva.
Griffin Richardson, the outside linebacker, coming in and getting the tackle on Silva. Not an easy feat to do, but they get it done here. 3rd and 7. Quick receiver, bubble screen out. Pass is going to be caught by Tripp Warren, and it's going to be wrestled down on the play by Troy pressing.
Great stop there by the Miami defense. Let's see. They've got a couple timeouts here. Let's see if they can make something happen offensively.
Blaze Gunner on the return is going to be wrestled down. Only a pickup of 6 on the play. And you've got to give credit. This has been a very defensive battle thus far in the first half.
Absolutely. And there's one man there, good man right there, Colton Allen, who has just been a bear for this Miami offensive line to handle. He's not going to stop anytime soon.
2-by-2 set for Richardson. Taking the shotgun snap, pressure in his face from Allen, but he gets it off and finds Glenn Howard for a pickup of 8 on their probably the best drive, one of the best plays to start a drive in the whole game.
Absolutely. Let's see if they can keep the good mojo.
Second down and 2, Richardson, but this one is just going to be a duck into the Ohio State bench. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 just like that.
But he had a wide receiver coming open on a cross, and I think he just let him a little too much on that one.
3rd down and 2, 4 of 9 on 3rd down are the Hurricanes in the game. And they're going to give it to Duncan going up the middle, as that is going to be a pickup of 11 and the best run of the night so far.
Well, Miami hits Ohio State with a little bit of trickery right there, I believe. I think they were looking for a pass, and Miami hit him with a run.
They'll probably get Duncan going. That would be a huge bright spot for the Hurricanes team. And Axton Richardson throwing it on the run. Pass is going to be caught by Matthew Osley for a pickup of 12, and they're going to hurry it up.
Nice dump right there by Axton Richardson. Time for get a field goal at least.
Richardson taking the shotgun snap, pressure in his face, but he's going to break out of a tackle. He's going to break out of the hole as well. Pickup of 3 on the play, and they're going to hurry it back. Richardson calling his troops back to the line and get everybody situated. 2nd down and 7 with 38 seconds left to go. Miami has 1 timeout left, but they want to keep that for a field goal opportunity. Richardson breaking out of a tackle, and is not going to get past Colton Allen, who comes up with a tackle downfield. And even though he was tackled in play and got a 1st down, they're still going to hurry it up.
But that was a nice job. That was a nice downhill run right there by Axton Richardson. And here Miami is going to punish him by taking a really ridiculous false start call. But you do have a timeout. You can dial up a sideline play. Things are looking good for Miami right here.
1st and 15. Axton Richardson now will take the shotgun snap. He's going to look to scramble yet again. I don't know how he got out of that, but he did. Being chased from behind and wrestled down on the play. And Brandon Cox with a tackle. He's going to be 1 inches short. And with 20 seconds left, it's going to be 2nd down and inches. And Axton Richardson calling his troops to the line. Taking the shotgun snap. Going to try to scramble up, but this time it is read beautifully by Colton Allen. Comes up with the sack. Just like you alluded to, Greg, they're going to hurry this one up yet again. And Richardson trying to put on a show. That's not going to work. And instead of calling their last timeout, they come to the end of the first half with no points. That could prove costly going forward. Miami down 3, 10-7. And Greg, as we come into the halftime studio, just some of what you witnessed in that first half. A very defensive battle at that.
Absolutely, and that's what you're going to get on nights like this with this kind of rain. But if I can, going back to that last drive by Miami, that is the perfect way to shoot yourself in the foot, folks. You get a great run, a great setup negated because of a dumb penalty, and then you have really poor clock management there at the end of that first half. You had a perfect chance for a field goal. You know, you kind of deserved to lose if that's how you're going to handle things. And right now, Ohio State showing that both brains-wise and talent-wise, they have the upper hand in this one.
Everybody can see the halftime stats there on the screen. Very even in terms of time of possession, but the 1 turnover that was to John Dowd on the interception really didn't prove costly to Ohio State that much, even though Miami did go down and score a touchdown off of that. But outside of that, this both defenses have come to play, but in a game where it's 10-7 and you have the rain coming down, if you're Miami, it does kind of feel like it's a little bit larger than just 10-7.
It absolutely does, and with that fight that Ohio State's getting on their defensive line, it's got to make it an even longer night. This has been just a dominating night, I guess I would say, for Ohio State.
Well, if you were in that coach's room in the halftime, what adjustments or what things would you say to the Hurricane players?
Well, I tell them to get their heads in the game after this last drive, because that was, like I said, that's a game-losing type of drive right there.
1st down and 10 for Miami. We'll see if they listen to the voice of Greg Cooksey. Jeff Melanishin broadcasting for you guys live from the Horseshoe. Columbus, Ohio is where we're at, and it's coming down like a monsoon. It's been doing this all night and all evening. And it's not going to stop. It's almost reading the play. D'Amico Brewer had a chance at a pick 6, and instead falls off the hands incomplete.
Well, again, Ohio State not pulled, especially not D'Amico Brewer, and do it again.
Duncan finally looking like he's getting his legs under him. Goes for a pickup of 7 on the play, and he's up to now to 31 after just a little bit ago in the first half. He was only at 9, 10. Now he's getting it going.
Well, sometimes it's the little things that you do that can get you going, so maybe that's what Marcus Duncan needed.
Blaze Gunner coming in motion, setting up the triple option. Richardson will keep it, and he will not pitch it. He'll keep the first down, and he'll pick up a gain in 8.
So he's been making plays this evening with his legs, so if he's able to pick up yardage like that, then that's the great idea, tucking it and running with like that.
First down and 10, handoff to Duncan on a little counter play, trying to go to the left side. It is red, and he's going to be brought down with the likes of Michael Kruger along in the tackle as well.
And showing the dominance that the front of Ohio State has right there.
Thomas Price also in on that tackle, the cornerback for Ohio State. Triple option here yet again with the receiver coming into the backfield, and Duncan will get the pitch. It's going to be wrestled down for a loss of 3 on the play as Thomas Price, second tackle and the first tackle for loss for him on the night.
Thomas Price does a nice job exploding into the Miami backfield.
And again, we've seen this time after time on these drives with Miami. It seems like they have a good drive going, and then a couple bad plays here knocks them back behind the original line of scrimmage. And this is 3rd and 11. Richardson looking to convert a 3rd down, and he's going to throw it deep at a little corner post route, and it works beautifully. Oh no, it falls incomplete. So the defense for Ohio State coming up with a big play, and they will get the ball.
Well, what a letdown for Miami there. You had the mistakes made on the last drive of the first half, and then you're just not able to do anything in this opening drive of the second half. That's a downer.
The only silver lining for Miami is that they were able to intercept Jimmy Germain, so they do have that they know that they could get interceptions, as this one thrown underneath and it falls incomplete.
If they're going to get an interception of Jimmy Germain, then they're going to have to get more penetration on him than what they've been getting.
2nd down and 10. Germain in the shotgun formation, empty set, taking a shot over the middle of the field. Pass is going to be caught by Dylan Turner, pick up a 5, and this is what we've been seeing all game, just the safety blanket that Dylan Turner is turning out to be for Germain.
We absolutely have him and Manuel Silva both, and they've been getting things done all night for Ohio State.
3rd down and 5 opportunity coming up. Or the Ohio State Buckeyes converting just 2 of 8 on 3rd down. And if they want to try to keep getting the opportunities here to keep drives alive, they need to convert a little bit better on 3rd down, and that will not do it. That's going to be 2 of 9 on 3rd down for the Buckeyes, and they're going to have to punt this ball right back to the Hurricanes.
David Ware is in there on the stop. David Ware, a great player, linebacker for Miami.
The kick is away, and waiting for it is Blaze Gunner, who's going to field it and bring it out past the 40-yard line. And we are coming to you live on YouTube. Jeff Melanich and Greg Cooksey joining you in the booth, and joining us in the game as well. We have Tyler Deathridge, we got Eric Miller, Drewster in the chat. DD Cope, as always, is in there. You Can Do It is in there. Josh Clayton. D'Amico Brewer is in chat as well. Jacob Schneider, Tom Pence, Legion of Slugs is in there. The AD for Ohio State. Got like what he's seeing here. And to anybody else that I might have missed in chat, I apologize. And thank you guys so much. The 29 of you watching on YouTube right now, as Marcus Duncan getting the carry and going to get tackled for a loss of 2.
Well, he's just not getting anything done on the ground right now. I might go back to giving Isaiah Kraut back there in the backfield.
As well, saying that he's here in chat. So thank you guys so much, guys and girls that are tuning in on YouTube. Marcus Duncan will bring it out for a big pickup of 4 on the play. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 7 here for the Miami Hurricanes. And they're going to try to go and convert this with the empty set shotgun formation. Richardson taking a shot deep, and it's going to be intercepted by the Buckeyes. And going back with it, he is at the 40, wrestling out of tackles. He's still on his feet, close to midfield. And just like that, way to turn the momentum and get the swing back to D'Amico Brewer.
D'Amico Brewer almost had an interception last time. This time he does a great job with his coverage and coming with the pickup. And Jeff, it's just been that kind of night for Miami where they're just not able to get anything done. They're not getting much done defensively, offensively. They're getting shut down. But yet they're still in this game.
I mean, I give credit to Richardson taking a shot deep, and again, that's probably one where you're taking a shot deep downfield, and it's going to be you're probably a punt anyway with the interception, but then you let Brewer return that all the way out, and you're giving perfect field position to Ohio State, and they were able to pick up a gain of 6 with Silva here, and it's going to be second down at 4, and Silva will get the carry yet again, making a nice couple of moves here, nice vision to find the first down and find the open hole for a pickup of 8.
Ohio State, just like Bruce is symbolizing right there, is really taking the fight to Miami, and so far they're winning. This could be a knockout ball.
First down and 10 for Jermaine. He'll hand it off to Silva again, and he's got beautiful blocking downfield, and he's going to be picking up a gain of 20 before he's going to be wrestled down. And he is shushing the Hurricanes here as he is getting his feet under him, and he's been looking very solid since probably middle part of the first quarter on.
He absolutely has been. When you produce like this, you have the right to shut the other team. That is, shush the other team, that's for sure.
And Silva, another carry here, another pickup of 10, and for 11 now, as it's going to be first down and goal. And Mark Perry in on the tackle, but it looks like nobody for Miami wants to tackle Silva right now.
Well, Ohio State line is just, the offensive line is just pushing that defensive line by Miami back. That's not helping any either.
Jermaine will fire this one underneath. Pass going to be caught by Ennis. Taking a shot on the play from David Ware. And that before picking up positive yards on the play and getting closer to the goal line.
Well, David Ware came to play tonight. If Miami does lose this game, it won't be because of him. It'll be because of all the other miscues that they've had.
10-7, Ohio State on top of Miami as we close out week 7, getting into the final week of the season, of the regular season. Who would have thought that a couple of weeks ago? Boy, this season has just flown by. Silva into the end zone yet again and extends the lead out here, looking to put this one to sleep here.
Well, I'm not sure what happened. Miami just must not have wanted to play defense right there, and it's going to cost them. But getting back to your point, it is this season has gone by so fast. If you've missed it, it's been a great season so far, hasn't it, Jeff?
Yeah, it really has. A lot of different storylines for Week 8. It all rides on, the end of this game as well. That will help determine some other situations for the playoffs next week, and that'll all come to you guys on the podcast, as I know David is probably going to be working all through the weekend trying to get that out for you guys for the podcast, and also on the website with the article after the podcast, as he always likes to do. And 17-7 is the score as Marcus Duncan is trying to get something going, but this Hurricanes offense just can't seem to get these drives going as Brandon Cox coming up with his 8th tackle.
This is an elite defensive line that Ohio State has, and they're coming through when it matters for them.
Second down and 9 is Richardson throwing it across the middle. Marcus Duncan with a pickup of 7 on the play. So he's been getting going a little bit, but third down and 2 as they look to convert a third down.
He's not going the way that Miami would like him to, especially on a night like this, and that's part of the reason why they're having so many difficulties.
And he was helped on that one to pick up the first down. He was hit in the backfield by Brandon Cox, but the forward progress, and it's going to be first down and 10 now for the Hurricanes.
A score would be beneficial in a lot of ways, or would work wonders in a lot of ways for Miami, I think.
And Miami just hasn't taken any shots deep downfield like we've been accustomed to, as Blaze Gunner will catch the screen, and it's going to go for a pickup of 1.
That's unfortunate. Again, I like the idea of maybe taking a shot here. Blaze Gunner has a lot of speed to him. That would be a great way to utilize that.
Pressure coming off the zone blitz from Ohio State, almost got home, and they're going to force the incompletion and the throwaway from Axton Richardson.
Again, it looks to me like that's a lack of communication between the wide receiver and Richardson. I think he was throwing the ball that way, and I think that it was a play that just wasn't made.
He just up the halfback screen, but Duncan didn't see anything out wide, even though he had the block out there, and chooses to go in the middle of the field, and it's going to be 4th down and 9.
Look, just another waste of a drive by Miami, and that's why they're so far behind in this football game so late.
Is this something that are you kind of surprised at how Miami has come out and how their possessions have went?
Absolutely, and it's disappointing for a team that going into the year, everybody thought it was going to be a title contender.
Jermaine firing this one out. Pass going to be caught by Ennis for a pickup of 1 on the play. Just like that, moving the chains. Rex Tyler was in coverage. 2nd down and 9. Trips to the bottom of the formation. Handoff to Silva on a little draw play, and the blocking downfield. Breaks almost out of a tackle. The receiver was running downfield, looking to put a block on anybody that was around him. I believe that was Trip Warren. Yeah, it was downfield. That was in front of Manuel Silva, but being tripped up, not before he picks up enough for the 1st down.
And I really think that if you're Ohio State, with the way Miami's offense is going right now, you could just put the ball in Manuel Silva's hands and let him run with it, and he'd be good the rest of this game.
Yeah, Jermaine will keep it in the blocking downfield yet again. Gives a forearm shiver to Isaac Crowd before he's going to be pushed out of bounds, and he's up to 56 yards rushing on 8 carries. But it's, again, the blocking downfield with this offense for the Ohio State Buckeyes. On top of that, it just seems like they're just taking the will and sucking it right from Miami.
Absolutely, and when one of your best players on defense and Isaac Crowd gets pushed around like that, that's not a good sign at all.
Play action, taking a shot to the end zone, but it's going to be incomplete. Looking for Ennis, just a little bit too much, and it sailed out of bounds.
There's John Dowd again, who's been making plays as much as he can. Unfortunately, he and David Ware have been the only couple of players on this defense that have done much tonight.
Hand off to Silva, and that's going to go for a pickup of 2 on the play. 3rd down and 8 upcoming for the Buckeyes.
Well, even if you only get a field goal out of this drive by Ohio State, it's a successful drive. You put Miami down even further, and late in the game, that's a good thing.
3rd down and 8, trying to set up the halfback screen. Silva catches it, but he's going to be wrestled down out wide. And what a play! Richardson was in there as well as Wilkerson out there.
Well, Miami gets a stop here, but unfortunately, they're going to be giving up some points, and it's not going to be a good thing for their offense.
Darius Brewer looking to stay perfect on the season. The snap is down. The kick is through the Ohio air, and it's through the uprights and good. And it's going to be 20-7 now the score.
I can't help but wonder if that drive before halftime, that offensive drive before halftime by Miami was just a real momentum. Oh, here it looks like they're going to get Isaac Pratt's going to give them a decent field position, but that was a drive where you really had a chance to turn things around, and it got spoiled by a bad penalty and just bad clock management. And they're playing from way far behind now because of it.
Richardson keeping it on the option keeper. We wrestled down for no gain on the play. Allen Mack with his 5th tackle and the 2nd tackle for loss on the night for him.
He's having a great night.
And you alluded to that earlier when we came out of the halftime break, how that drive to close out the half for Miami when they were they could possibly get a field goal and they chose not to take their time out. That you proved that was going. You said very well that could come back to bite them, and it certainly has. They just haven't had any sustaining momentum in this game, and it's you could easily very visibly see it on the game tonight. That's going to be 4th down and 4, and they're just going to have to punt this football back to Ohio State.
And a hapless drive right there on the part of Miami. They've got to do much, much better than that. I just don't think that they know what to do offensively, Jeff. It's kind of proving it right here.
Yeah, since their touchdown on their 2nd possession, they went punt, 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 halftime where they got nothing, punt, interception, punt, and then punt on this drive. So Since their second possession, it's been nothing but punts, and even on their first possession, they punted. So they've punted or they threw an interception, which you could technically say is kind of like a punt. You're giving it back to the opposing team, but as Jermaine will keep it, and look at that blocking out wide, and he has got room for days and gets inside the Hurricanes territory 29 yards later.
Well, that should never happen. A quarterback should never have a route like that or lanes open like that. Yeah, just a stall drop right there on the part of the Miami defense.
You gotta give credit to where it's due. Brandon Ennis, Brad McFadden, Dylan Turner, Trip Warren, Lloyd Silver at sometimes all getting somebody and blocking them as we come to the end of the third quarter. Can Miami make a comeback here in what would be one of the probably the greatest comebacks that we've probably seen? It's now 20-7, Ohio State on top of Miami here. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this. Greg Cooksey, Jeff Melanishin, live from Columbus, Ohio, the Horseshoe on the campus of Ohio State. Jermaine will keep it to start the fourth quarter, and look at that. He could have gotten away from that, but he was tripped up. Not before he picks up a gain of 13.
Well, I think that before we went to break, you had that shot of David Ware. I think that about says everything for Miami as a team tonight.
So Silva trying to get it going, but he's going to be hit and dropped for a loss of 3 on the play, and David Ware, his 6th tackle, but his first tackle for loss.
Well, they needed to stop something in there. David Ware able to stop Manuel Silva.
Stopped 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage with Silva, so it's going to be 2nd and 13. Jermaine with trips to the top of the formation, a handoff to Silva. Shrugs out of a tackle, but is going to pick up 8 yards on the play, and he has just been a runaway freight train in this game.
Yes, he has. It didn't look like we were going to see much of him tonight either with the way Ohio State started out offensively.
Jermaine taking a shot, wide open, touchdown, easy pitch and catch. Eric Miller, 20-yard touchdown reception. And when it rains, it pours, as that's the 3rd touchdown on the season for Eric Miller.
Miami making no effort to cover him whatsoever, leaving it up to their secondary. You're not going to do well when you leave a secondary matched up against the tight end, and that's another case of that.
Fans got to be lucky in what they're seeing in this contest, as it's been all Ohio State. Who would have thought that after 3 possessions by each team, it was a 7-7 ball game, and now Ohio State has opened up the floodgates.
I would not have thought that, and I think that might be literal because it is still raining buckets here. I'm a little surprised some fans haven't begun to head for the exits.
The Ohio State faithful, I know that they're sticking around through this one till the end. As you take a look at the defensive stats for us on the evening, and is there anything that Miami could do on this drive to maybe get some momentum back?
Well, they're just going to have to look for some kind of plays to make. Hard to come up with answer, but that right there might do it.
Glenn Howard would pick up a 10. It's going to be 2nd down in inches, and I believe Miami has to also know that you're not going to get all the points back on one drive. You're going to have to make some defensive stands. They have forced Ohio State to punt, but since the second half, I mean, Ohio State did punt, and then it's been touchdown, field goal, touchdown. So Ohio State, the last 3 drives, have put points on the board, and that's not a recipe for success if you're Miami on defense. And it's going to be 3rd down in inches here as the tight end coming in motion, handoff to Duncan, who's going to pick up the first down. It's going to be a short pickup of 5 before he's going to be wrestled down.
Well, they've done a nice job getting some production out of Marcus Duncan as opposed to where he was earlier in the game.
1st down and 10. Richardson's trying to set up the halfback screen. We'll see if the blocking out downfield is there. No, it's not, but he's going to pick up a gain of 2 on the play.
Well, you're talking about recipes for success and what they are. A 2-yard halfback screen is not one of them.
Bring it underneath. Pass is going to be caught by Glenn Howard, who's going to be picking up a gain of 8, and it's going to be 3rd and inches.
So he's made a couple of big plays down this drive, so maybe try to go to him again. Maybe you'll find a little shot in the dark with him.
Richardson taking a shot there for Michael Kruger, who comes up with his 5th tackle for loss of the night.
Well, I mean, you don't even block him right there on that play, and we'll see.
4th down and 4. They're going to give Miami credit actually coming out and trying to convert this 4th down to keep the drive alive, but the pressure is there, and Richardson into the waiting arms of Michael Kruger. And Ohio State, they were always known as the Sharks a couple seasons ago. This defensive line is turning into the new Sharks for this Ohio State team.
It absolutely is, and both Colton Allen and Michael Kruger have done a great job on that Miami offensive line. They've just been helpless tonight. They had no answer for them at all.
1st down and 10 for the Buckeyes. Jermaine will throw it on the run, and somehow it was complete to Eric Miller for 2-yard reception. It's going to be 2nd down and 8.
If you would have done that a little bit earlier, you might have been able to get a little bit more success if you're Miami, but you weren't able to.
2nd down and 8. Handoff to Silva, and he's going to carry it for a pickup of 5 on the play before being wrestled down. And it's not like Miami has tried as Isaac Trout with 7 tackles, but it just seems like there's a couple plays here or there, then Ohio State has just made better plays here, and they've gotten the stop. And of course on offense they needed to keep sustaining drives, and Silva picks up another 1st down.
Michael Kruger and Colton Allen have been the story of this game. They've been disrupting that offensive line. They've been disrupting plays, and that's really all Ohio State's needed tonight.
Batted around, as Mark Perry was there to bat it around, and Braxton Lee had a chance for the interception, but it falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Jermaine taking the shotgun snap, going to fire this one out to the right. Pass is going to be caught by Trip Warren. Does the toe tap, and he's going to pick up 3 yards. Going to be 3rd down and 7. Or 12 on 3rd down so far for Ohio State in the game, but they haven't had to do much of converting on 3rd down. And throwing it underneath, pass is going to be caught from 3 yards by Dylan Turner, but it's not going to be enough for the 1st down. Going to settle for a field goal.
Well, I'd say that's a gift right there for Miami, because that's kind of like calling the dogs up. Ohio State could have gone for the end zone right there.
Brewer will come out to attempt a field goal, and it's in the uprights and good, and sends the lead out now. It's now 30-7.
I really don't think that there's reason to for Ohio State to do anything other than use Manuel Silver offensively. You've got this game in the bag. The weather is not good tonight. You don't want to risk getting Jimmy Jermaine or any of the other wide receivers hurt. You need to just focus on closing this one out.
Yeah, now Ohio State can start focusing on the team up north, as they have a date with Michigan next week. Meanwhile, Miami next week they'll have to they get to take on LSU, as Marcus Duncan down the sidelines, the best run of the night, and it goes for 34 yards, and just like that they are inside Buckeyes territory.
Why didn't you do this earlier? A little too little, a little too late, but that is what you said, what we were looking for earlier, and it finally happened.
Yeah, a little screen pass there, and they were able to get the blocks downfield finally. I mean, they've been doing the screen pass all game, and finally it comes when Ohio State's probably not playing as aggressively as they were in the earlier part of the game.
Absolutely. Well, Axton Richardson's not been in sync with his wide receivers this evening either. That's something that they're going to have to work out this week.
And getting sacked again is Axton Richardson. This time Sean Phillips. Colton Allen was also in there, but they're going to give credit to Sean Phillips with the tackle.
Again, more domination by this Ohio State D-line.
The Sharks smell blood, and they're getting hungry now, swarming Axton Richardson as Duncan, and who else but Allen yet again chasing him down from behind. 11 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 3 sacks. He's definitely got to be some people's defensive player of the week.
If he's not the defensive player of the week, then I think that there's something wrong, because he's clearly been the best defensive player this week.
Yeah, I know there's some people that don't watch all the games and whatnot, and that's clear to see. Has taken a shot deep Axton Richardson finds Blaze Gunner, who gets past the cornerback and Thomas Price. And that's all for now. As they're going to go for 2 here and trying to get back into the lead. There is 4:19 left to go. We never want to count out a team as going out wide is Isaac Crowd, and he'll get into the end zone for 2 points. So down 15.
Well, score, get back and do it again, and then you've got to try and figure out a way to get it back into the end zone. But again, that bomb to Blaze Gunner, why didn't you do that earlier? I even called for that. And just little too late is pretty much the story of the game for Miami this year.
Yeah, and as you take a look at the last 5 drives for Ohio State, it's just been a work on how to keep putting points on the board no matter what it is. As long as you're putting points on the board and you're stopping your opponent, chances are you're probably going to come out on top, and it's a 15-point ball game now as Jermaine will scramble out and he'll pick up a gain of 1 on the play before he's going to be wrestled down.
That brings up 2nd and 9.
Second down and 9 for Jermaine, who's going to be in the shotgun formation. Freshman quarterback been playing well thus far, and he's going to throw it. The pass is going to fall incomplete. Pass was intended for Braden Ennis.
That'll make it 3rd and 9.
Miami starting to clamp down a little bit. See if they get a stop here.
Miami does need to start forcing a turnover here. That would help him out dearly. Jermaine taking a shot deep downfield, almost intercepted by Dowd. That would have been his second, but it falls incomplete. 4th down and 9, and don't look now, but Miami is getting the ball back.
Well, they're going to have their timeouts. There's 3:46. We've seen big comebacks this year, but based on what I've seen most of the night tonight, Jeff, I'd say that's real unlikely.
Breaking out of a tackle is Isaac Crowd, and he's going to be around the 45-yard line. And again, it goes back to what if they were to get 3 on that drive before halftime, what it would have done for just the momentum. I mean, they would have gotten 3 points there at least, and they would have had momentum. And it seemed like after that, the wheels just kind of started spluttering in all different directions.
Well, there you see 13 hurries on the part of the Ohio State defense. That has a lot to do with it. And we'll see. There's a little bit of time, but like I said, unlikely.
First down at 10, and Richardson will keep it. And coming down, he shrugs off a tackle. And the second defender coming in and making the tackle for Jabril Thomas is Richardson picking up a gain of 5. Second and 5 for Richardson, taking the shotgun snap. Now fired to Duncan coming out of the backfield, but it's going to be broken up and falling harmlessly to the turf as Alan Mack was the defender in coverage.
Got to take a shot right here, I think, if you're Miami.
3rd down and 5, Richardson. Pocket starting to collapse, going to fire this one underneath. Pass is going to be caught out wide by Glenn Howard, who's going to be pushed out of bounds, but not before he picks up the first down. Miami's going to hurry it up here.
He's been a safety net tonight for Axton Richardson, so great job right there.
That's what we like Dylan Turner for Ohio State. First down and 10 for Richardson, but he's doesn't like what he sees, scrambles, and again, that's going to be Colton Allen, his 4th sack of the game.
Just an unbelievable performance. I don't think there's too much else we can say for Colton Allen other than just unbelievable performance.
He has 11 sacks on the season, and he's been feasting on Axton Richardson all game long. So 2nd and 15 here. Richardson taking a shot deep downfield. Pass is going to be caught. Mark Perry, 31 yards. It looked like he was out of bounds, but he was lucky to keep his foot in, and they're going to hurry it up. First down and 10. Richardson taking the shotgun snap, pocket collapsing, and he throws it to the end zone, and Terry Pennell, 13-yard touchdown reception, and just like that, Miami getting back into this.
Well, who would have thought that it would have taken some of the defensive players getting on offense to lead this little comeback? It's kind of entertaining to watch.
We're going to go for 2 here. Richardson taking the snap, firing it to the end zone. Pass is caught by Mark Perry, so everybody is getting involved from the defense.
Well, look, you had to try to do something for your offense to inject some life, and Miami has done it. They got to get on the field here and get a timeout. You got to wonder if being both on offense and defense is going to wear them down a little bit, though.
And we say that, and then Alan Fuller on the kick return brings it for 32 yards. Could have taken that one to the house.
Absolutely could have.
Now 33-23 is the score. 30-23 is the score, and for the first time, Ohio State had to punt last possession, and with all 3 timeouts and 2:35 left to go, Miami is still very much in this game.
Yes, they are.
Hand off to Silva, breaking out of a tackle. The defense is there, and coming down and getting the stop on the play is Joseph Hart.
Well, I think Ohio State's got the right idea right here. And again, I said just keep going to Manuel Silva, force Miami into a position where they've got to use their timeouts and not have a lot of time left on the clock.
I'm surprised they haven't taken a timeout yet, but Fuller with his first carry, and it's going to go for 2 yards, and there Miami takes their first timeout, and it's going to be 3rd down and 4.
Well, a lot of time is ticked off this clock for Miami. Again, they haven't done a lot of things right, and that's another thing they've done wrong.
First down here could end it, as Silva will pick up the first down and a gain of 4, and Miami only has 1 timeout left. Minute 45 left to go. Handoff. Silva trying to get outside, taking bodies with him. It's going to be a pickup of 4 on the play, and Joseph Hart another tackle. They burned their last time out. 2nd down and 6. A handoff to Silva. He's got enough for the first down, and then somebody gets tripped up. Murray Pinnell tripping him up. Not before he picks up the first down, and Ohio State will get this victory.
That's a backbreaker right there. They just can't stop Manuel Silva.
With a minute left to go here, there goes Silva, and he'll pick up a short gain on the play, pick up of 2, but Greg, as we come to the end of week 7, we have some interesting matchups coming in next week. And even with Ohio State, they still have a chance at it. Miami now, if they could win it in their conference game next week against LSU, they would knock out LSU, of course, Florida State, depending on that. And then they would be 3-3. And on some teams in the SEC, we could have somewhat of like 5 teams tied at 3-3.
What an interesting tiebreaker that would be. We'll find out next week what ends up happening. It should be an interesting week of football next week.
And that is going to do it from us here from Columbus, Ohio. As you saw the Ohio State Buckeyes pull out the win against Miami. As Miami made it close down the stretch, here's Colton Allen will be the player of the game. Notre Dame won in the first game, knocking out Oregon from playoff contention. And so for Greg Cooksey, Jeff Melanishin, so thank you guys so much for tuning in live on YouTube, and we'll be back next week. Remember, Monday is the podcast, and then after that, week 8. We'll be back with week 8 on Monday. Have a good weekend, everybody.